Apparently, Apple are releasing a new set of over-the-ear headphones called the Apple Airpods Studio, and the luxury variant is going to apparently cost $599. Thank goodness for that. I thought they were going to be preposterously expensive. I once bought a car for £599, so when Soundcore got in touch and said we'd like to send you an alternative and sponsor a video, I was like, yes, please. Before we start, I've got to tell you, these headphones do something I have never seen any other pair of headphones do. I'll make love to you. I'll make love to you all night long. Not that. I mean, obviously, why would you? These headphones have something called Multipoint Bluetooth. It's as rare as unicorn. This is something that should be in their marketing material, but I don't think even Soundcore realise what they've got here. Have a guess what Multipoint Bluetooth is. It's where I make love to you. No, stop guessing that. The thing I can do with Multipoint Bluetooth is connect these headphones to more than one device simultaneously. This means that I can connect it to a work mobile and a home mobile and answer calls on both via the headset. It means I can connect to my laptop and my mobile and be working away on the laptop and have the audio in my headset, but if the phone rings, I can answer the call. It means that I can connect my mobile phone and my Nvidia Shield, so that when I'm out and about during the day, I've got my phone playing music, but when I come home and want to watch movies at night, I never have to open a Bluetooth menu. This feature alone is what makes them unicorn. And now I'm trying not to imagine a unicorn trying to pass a pair of headphones. Headphones are too big! Anyway, the reason I'm excited about these, apart from that standout feature, is because they're made by the same people that made these earbuds. I've been using these little babies now for a good couple of months, and they are better than my Echo Buds, they're better than my Galaxy Buds, they're better than my AirPods. You know what that looks like, don't you? I can't take them seriously anymore. They're better than every set of buds I have ever tried. If anybody can make something sound better than Apple for a fifth of the price, it's these guys. I'm currently using the beta version of the app, which should be released by the time this video comes out. And it's got some really useful features in there, like sleep sounds for example, which I will find useful when I next go to a hotel, because humans are terrible and I hate them. But the real magic in this app happens in the EQ section. Because Soundcore know that Muppets like bass, the default character of these headphones is terrible. And this is where Soundcore truly shines. I have never seen another headphone or earphone manufacturer that gave you this level of control over the characteristic sound of their headphones. This is phenomenal. I love this little card that comes in the box, like, how do we sound? And when you open it up, it says, you sound great, tell your friends and family. Or, not as good as I had hoped, tell us. You sound great. Please tell your family and friends. To be honest, they're not as good as I'd hoped. Tell nobody. These headphones are high-res audio certified, which means that they can produce sounds all the way up to the 40 kHz frequency range. Let's find out if it actually translates to a decent listening experience. I spent an hour and a half comparing the Soundcore Q30s to a pair of headphones from Hibbert, which I reviewed back in January, to my Sony MDR V6 studio monitor headphones, and the price differences here are £79 for the Soundcores, £90 currently for the Hibberts, and £150 second hand for my Sony MDR V6s. We have a new winner. Please lower the crown. I once created an album of music. Ska punk is still cool, right? Yes, it is. And this album of music, I'm telling you this not to show off, I'm telling you this because I want you to know that I understand what every single instrument should sound like because I engineered it myself in my studio and therefore know what the original artist's intention was. So I use this piece of music regularly when comparing headphones, and this is the closest I've ever gotten to hearing what I intended. And the reason I was able to get there was because I can alter the EQ spectrum of these headphones myself. So when I think to myself the snare drum is just lacking a little bit of warmth somewhere, I can go and alter the individual EQ band to make it work properly. Don't take my word for it though, here is my best friend Derek. It's a bit sad, isn't it? My best friend is a dummy. He will give you an idea as to the individual tonal range of each of these headphones. You will find the Sonys are very flat, and that's because they are intended to be flat for mixing music. You should find that the Tribbits are a decent sound, but I think you'll agree that the Soundcores have a better tonal range overall, and they have better clarity throughout the spectrum. Have a listen.
Sometimes it's easier to make like you're the hero when you're not. To pretend that you're the king, in control of everything. Sometimes I'm drifting off and losing sight of you and everything. I'm so tired of being the king in the land of fabulous. Stay out fight to keep us here. I'm blinded by the light, my dear, and that's what it worked out in the end. I'm just a step away. My broken brain is on the mend.
How do I explain comfort as a scientific measurement? These headphones have a butt ton of comfort. I have measured it using my trusty comfortometer, which I totally didn't make up and definitely adds value to this video. In seriousness, I don't actually know how to express to you comfort. People like to have things proven to them, especially when it's a sponsored review such as this. These are genuinely the most comfortable earphones I have ever put on my head. I think maybe I can show you. Maybe I can squidge them and you can see. Preposterous. The squidginess, they're really soft, and because they're soft, they form a better seal around my ear, which not only actually improves the sound quality because there's no sound escaping, is also much more comfortable. And because they're softer than the Tribbits, I mentioned in the Tribbit video, they kind of squish your glasses against your head because they're very, very firm. With these being soft, I can wear them with my glasses all day long, no problem at all. The battery life on these things is mental. It lasts 40 hours on a single charge with active noise cancellation turned on. If you turn the active noise cancellation off, they'll last 60 hours. 60 hours, that's some days worth of battery. I've only had these things for a few days now, so I can't tell you if the battery life is really going to last that long right this second. I'm going to write in the description once I've had a bit more time with them to test to see if they really do last that length of time, but after 3 days of pretty heavy use, they're only at 50%, and I didn't even charge them to start with, so it seems like they're going to live up to their claim. 60 flipping hours. The active noise cancellation works really well. This is for aeroplane journeys and, I don't know, blocking out your annoying children. And it works brilliantly, not only because of the actual digital noise cancellation that it uses its microphone for, but because these pads are blocking out a lot of the sound anyway. If you want to be able to hear the outside world, it has a transparency mode simply by holding for 2 seconds on the right cup. When you hold for 2 seconds on the right cup, you can hear the outside world almost as well as if you didn't have them on. It's just a bit weird because you're listening to it through a microphone instead of through your ear holes. It's pretty freaky. Baby. Is Austin Powers still cool? If you want to get your voice assistants, whether that be Siri or Google or she that should not be named if you have a Motorola phone, you can hold down the power button for a couple of seconds and she's there. I know that's not as good as using the wake word out of your mouth hole, and I know that won't impress Apple people who will be sat there going, well, it's not a like-for-like replacement. I never said it was. This is an alternative for anybody looking to save a bit of money and they're happy to press a button instead of speak out of their face. To me, it doesn't make a massive amount of difference, but the difference in price most certainly does. I haven't tried the Apple earphone things. I can't vouch for whether they're any good or not. They almost certainly are brilliant. They flipping well better be for their price tag. What I can tell you is these Soundcores are well worth the investment if you don't want to spend that kind of money. If you want something that has NFC pairing, hang on, I have a list. USB-C charging, dual microphones for clear calls. I tested this as well. People keep complaining I don't test that. Clear calls are very clear. I did it with Nisha. She was happy. I was happy. It was good. They've got digital hybrid ANC multi-mode noise cancellation and high-res audio. That is your shopping list for one of the best pair of headphones I've ever heard, and all for £79. If you're in the market for a pair of headphones, these are your boys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I'm sure there is a pile of Apple fanboys in there queuing up behind each other to go, no, you don't know. How can you possibly know? You've not even tried the Apple Pro. I don't care. I'm never going to at that price because I can't afford them. If you can afford them, great, but I heartily recommend that you compare them once you've bought them to a pair of these, because I guarantee the sound quality of the Apples can't be hundreds of pounds more money than this, and the ability to talk to Siri just isn't enough of a reason. If you feel differently, I appreciate that. We all have different wants in this life. Let me know in the comments. I will love it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. That'll tell YouTube's algorithms it was a good video and more people should see it. If you want to see some more of this guy, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell. If you ding the bell, it lets YouTube know that you want to be notified when I upload videos. These are my patrons from Patreon, and without them, I would not still be doing this. They really do keep me going. If you want to be one of those guys, you can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I will genuinely love you forever. These are my Facebooks and my Twitters and my Instagrams. Come and hang out there and we can be best friends. See you next time. I'll make love to you, baby. I'll make love to you real good. That gave you this level of... What is that? I'll use my trusty comphometer. Comphometer? That doesn't sound right. That means if you charge them for like 10 minutes, you can go on a flight. A flight? A flight of fancy? What are you on about?